is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up. Try again, one day you will break through. What you long for will find you. Through all the hard times, I always seem to find the light in your eyes.
So this week, instead of being out here, where I'm usually sitting, then I will stay indoor, because we will be in here, and I will have better sound, because this time I'll be wearing a micropod, so I apologize for the bad sound when I was filming out in the nature, over here actually. So yeah, I hope you bear over with me this time. And next week I will be filming from Tokyo. I will be back home. Because I'm going back to my family and my beloved partner, and I'm looking so much forward to it. Before my next knee operation here in Denmark, I will be Christmas hugging someone that I love more than anything. So yeah, let's start with the weekly report for your sign. Remember, you can always go to my channel and watch the guided meditation if you want to find your way into your silent self, where all the answers lie. Now it's time for your sign and your week. Hi there, Scorpio, and welcome to your Martin Channel, Maria and RainbowLand, here with the weekly astrological forecast that starts at the astrological, intuitive, and tarot forecast. It starts at the 19th, and then at the 26th of November 2018. This week we're going to talk about, or we're going to draw one astrology card, one Rider-Waite tarot card, and then we're going to talk about your week for around 8 minutes, 10 minutes time before we enter section 2, where we'll go a step deeper, a step further down the rabbit hole to the more mysterious sides of life. So this week we're indoor. I'm in Denmark, if you're new to the channel, and I'm going to go to Tokyo next week. Well, but actually, it will be this week, but I will film it in Tokyo for you guys for the following week. So a little bit of Denmark, a little bit of Japan. I hope you like it. Welcome to the show. So this week, the big focus is upon your second house. Moved from your sign, and you had your birthday, and we're going to go into your resource section, your self-worth, your money situation, and things to do with your values and the structures in your life. And we have Mercury retrograding here. This means that there can be some miscommunications and some things going on between other people and you, where you have to be a little more patient and tolerant, and accept if people are a little more slow in their communication and you don't understand, etc. Because Mercury is going to be in square with Neptune in your 5th house of romantic partners, or just like fun, following your heart. Maybe you'll feel like using more money, and you shouldn't, because this aspect is kind of saying, oh, it could go wrong. Because Neptune is just like, no, we're just in a dream world, everything is possible, let's just use some money here. But you don't really necessarily can you afford it, so just be careful with this aspect not to do so, and also be clear in your communication with people and go into the depth of the matter before you promise anything or say anything you can't keep. Astrology card of the week. We also have the Sun, of course, going in into your 2nd house Thursday, meeting up with Jupiter, Thursday, Friday, depending on where you are in the world, the planet of luck. So there'll definitely be luck coming your way in your 2nd house. So there can also be a good fortune, some good luck coming in money-wise, something where you will gain something. So it's both and here, and You also have to remember that we have a new full moon actually in Gemini, and that is in your natural 8th house. So this can have something to do with investing long term in something. You can be investing long term in a relationship where you actually put in extra energy to make this good, because you know this relationship is very important for you. You can be investing money-wise in a money situation, so where you need to compromise some things in order to get the result you want long term. So it's not about forcing things through. Also because we have Mars. We have Mars in a good aspect this week and a Mars in a semi-good aspect, bad, some might say. Because we have Mars in an awesome aspect with Saturn in Capricorn, your 3rd house of communication, and you creatively, can communicate with people and get some of the creative ideas, and Mars in your 5th, out there in the world, get them communicated out and say what it is that you have been working with over the last 4 weeks, and this is the result. Here it is, guys, and it will be well received by people, but also with Mercury retrograde, some might just not really receive it at all because they're in their own retrograde is retrospection, revision, so you're more introverted, and yeah, so it's both. And then because also in the weekend Mars is going to be in square with the planet of communication in your 2nd house, so between your 2nd and 5th. So this was what I meant also. Good aspects, and yeah, Neptune also ending his retrograde period after 5.5 months. Have Neptune been retrograding? That's a long time in your romantic house of children, creativity, romance. It's like now you can push through. It's gonna be more easy. There's been something that hasn't been clear, hasn't been like how you expected and wanted it, and now with Neptune going forward, it's going to show you, how to make the most of these things and actually see how to gain from these results. Let's see what the cards has to say this week for the Scorpios. North Node, life purpose. Yeah, the North Node is in your 9th house. Let me see how 6 minutes. North Node is in your 9th house, where you are expanding your mind, you're traveling, you're out there wanting to gain knowledge about life, you're hungry for that, and it's showing you what it is. It's showing you where you need to go now, what it is you need to learn for the next 1.5 years to be intuitive, receptive, and receptive to life. You're receptive to what your intuition and your guides, your higher self might tell you of where to go, really expanding your mind in such a sweet and positive way. Also with Venus in your 12th house, still like she's in a sweet position where you're also meditating and going inwardly and feeling into things in a sweet way, releasing things in a sweet way, accepting darker things, hidden things in a sweet way. Heavy things, people, animals you had to say goodbye to. I'm saying that because, of course, I'm a semi-Scorpio ascendant, and I had to say goodbye to someone, more than one. Very dear soul to me. Tarot card of the week for the Scorpios. It's this one. As I just said, 12th house, letting go. Look upon the positive side. Turn around. You can see he stands looking at the tilted cups. We have 5 of cups here, so this is what you lost. Don't look upon what you lost. Look towards what you gained. This is what it's teaching us. Full moon in your 8th house. Mars in your 5th house. Neptune going forward in your 5th house. You lost something. 5 of cups. You lost something. You're gonna have to accept that you lost it and look upon what you gained, because you closed one door, another one opened. Go in of the new door that opened. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. See you next week. Thanks for watching. Arigatou gozaimasu, as we say in Japan. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Ciao. See you in 6 and 2, by the way, if you want to see that.
Through
Welcome to part 2 of the show. I'm sorry for a little bit of a noise here from the car. It's because I'm traveling to Tokyo, so I have to do this on the road, some of it at least. So, well, I just want to mention before we go into section 2, where we will have some interesting things to talk about that will be beneficial for you as a light worker and on your journey through developing yourself towards a higher vibration. 5D, from 3D to 5D. Neptune is stopping this week to go forward. Neptune is in Pisces. This has a lot to do with us and our spiritual soul. So, depending on where this falls in your chart, it's about the dreams we have, and how we in this area have been held ourselves back to clean up, so that we can move forward in a completely new spiritual realm. Half a year is a lot. And for me, it's been my creative projects that has had an operation, like going to the surgery room to be operated at the hospital for half a year to see what is the next step for me as a light worker. So, regardless of what it's been for you, if you've done your light work with yourself, because essentially doing light works is actually the primary part of the light work is actually the light work that you do with yourself. And if you've done that, you will now feel that there's something in one, or perhaps more than one, area of your life which is now being set free to blossom, free to flourish in an even more beautiful way than before, in a new light. With Neptune, the results may not go as fast in actually manifesting in the three-dimensional physical material world, but you will feel the changes inside already now. Little by little, everything will go just as it was planned before man had a watch on their arm to decide time was there to limit us in certain ways. But I say let it burn so it can rise. Before you can see the light, you have to deal with the darkness. And the work you do for yourself, as I said, you do automatically for the earth. And the earth is calling everyone who wants to clean up and take us all to another evolutionary step forward by balancing the spiritual and the material world. Ego has such an immense pull upon our consciousness and awareness. On a daily basis, ego doesn't allow that our consciousness expands. That is why we feel the resistance in our ego-based culture with the so-called alternative things. They call all of these light worker methods that we use on a spiritual level to tools to raise our consciousness. They are really natural, but the ego doesn't allow our expansiveness to grow, or our consciousness to grow and expand, of course. We work, for example, with meditation to remove ourselves from the power of the ego and control of the ego over us. The ego is a tool, only a tool that we take when we need it, but it takes control of the wheel. But the ego is very clever, quote unquote, because in meditation, both happiness and sorrows can act as distractions. Let them be where they are, the happiness and sorrows, while you meditate, and move beyond them. Move beyond the ego. The ego can take both phases. The reason why we have the depression and the whole down feeling in the lives of many light workers is because it's time to see how bad it really is, so that we can motivate ourselves to do something about it. As a child and a young teenager, I was a captain of my team, a handball team, Because my role even today is to motivate people to see their best potential and teamwork with others to lift us. What is your role? What is your role? The main role will always be the work that you do on yourself. The authenticity and how you dare to show it in your life and be honest about it. Be heartful when you speak, not out of hatred or anything brutal or negative. We're reaching a critical mass point now when the truth is coming out. You need to do some cord cutting so that the whole earth can move a step up. Emotions and words have a life. That's why our prayers have a life too. It's the law of attraction. So watch what you say. You attract things you don't want by staying in certain word modes and speaking modes. You're calling on these words vibrations, the law of attraction. If you fear, you only attract what you don't want. I don't have to go into details, but stay away from fear. Don't immense fear. It's fear that creates the access to all that you don't want in your life to come your way. Whenever you get close to reacting and the domino effect hit you, you get a grip, breathe deeply, and you respond. You don't react. And how you get a grip? Well, see it from a higher perspective. The moment you get stuck in your emotions, you lose your touch with your higher self. Be aware, raise awareness when this happens. You're feeding dark energy with reactionary behavior. You are easily controlled by darkness and ignorance when you are feeding this side with lower emotions. Be non-reactionary is the trick. Again, the answer is don't follow trends, follow your heart. I know that it takes a lot of practice to be able to do, but try to speak with people with the 5D presence. Or you can also call it just heightened awareness, meditation state, godly presence. You can call it whatever you want, but try to speak with people in that presence. You will help them move up as well. That is the light work we can do. All of us can do. It's hard, but it's damn worth it. React instead of responding and catch yourself quickly. All light workers are unpacking everything prior to this moment, also from past lives, talents, skills, and all the negative, more heavy stuff, of course, because it's now we need to use our capacities unaffected. So you have been walking away from painful situations because these are the times to upgrade and don't stay stuck in meaningless relationships, meaningless fights that are draining you and others' energy. We need that energy for better purposes. With Venus in retrograde, it's been our old lives dying out now, old jobs, old relationships. Surrender it all to God is the task here. It's just so important to remember that exactly this Venus retrograde is completely unique in this period of time, not like the earlier ones. We've reached a whole nother level, a lot of us, in our relationships. Think 8, 16, 28 years back and feel, where were you? Where are you now? Or just back to 2012 and the latest 6 years, how much have you been moving, growing during this time? All that cannot rise with you now, going into 5D, is now being cleared and cleaned out. We have to start creating in a new way with 5D energies. Or stay in 3D, as I said last week. It's your choice, basically. You can deny your higher self, your oversoul, but this always has fatal consequences for us. I remember I didn't want to leave a boyfriend that turned out to hold me down spiritually, and the consequences of me here, yeah, they were awful. Ignoring these inner voices, energy drops came to me, negative lowness, so I left him. These times has been so rough on many light workers. Don't worry, it's time to start over new. just like I am now. I'm going back to my twin flame, seeing him next week. Oh my God, after 3 months separated, cleaning, purging in each parts of the universe, no, the globe, the earth, Japan and Denmark. What have you been doing? And also helping others in each our parts. All of us have had to do these light work things. We are all at ground zero, packing out what we have in our latent light bodies, what we can pack out and actually use now, being as light as possible. Therefore, we are dropping off pain and hurt relationship and career-wise, etc. It may seem like it's all going slow, but it's not. It's coming like boom, now, slam, kaboom, it's here. Be as much as you can, being in spiritual contemplation, connecting with your higher self, embodying what you came here for. You're coming back into balance. When you're back into balance, you're manifested. Jupiter energy is helping us manifest these new things to ground our new lives. 2019 will not be like 18, so don't be scared of the new energies. They are leading you to something better, even though it feels rough. Let the love reflect in yourself and your closest relationships. Let the love shine, not the lower energies. Let the innocent child that wants care, North Node in Cancer, that wants love, that wants protection, kiss, embrace it. Kiss the ones you love, embrace them, hug them, kill it with kindness. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. Now I will share this video where I'm just showing myself vulnerable. If we show ourselves and our vulnerability, we also help consciousness grow, because that comes from an open heart. Thank you.
Lying close to you, feeling your heart beating, and I'm wondering what you dream. I'm wondering if it's me you're seeing, and I kiss your eyes. Thank God we're together. I just wanna stay with you in this moment forever, forever and ever. And I don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss things, even when I dream of you. Sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss things. There is this angel saying, I'm gonna find my way back home. The secret is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up, try again. One day you will break through. What you long for will find you.
Don't follow trends, follow your heart.